Everybody, thanks for showing up this week. It's week number 7. Business card is what we're going to be doing. We talked briefly about business cards when we talked about craftsmanship. We talked about durability and functionality of different things, from designs to tangible items, and I showed an example of some business cards. In this little assignment, we're going to be looking at business cards a little bit deeper, and we're going to look at the different elements that need to be on a business card and absolutely have to be on a business card for a business card to be functional. And I'm going to show you some examples. So ultimately, your assignment is going to be a sketch that you're going to do of a business card design for the company that you created in my class earlier this year. If you are a first-year student, everybody conceptualized and created their own company. You guys all should have sketches of that in your sketchbook. You all created a logo digitally as well and made a sticker of it, which is on the wall of the classroom, assuming that you finished through that entire project in the second 9 weeks. Now, what we're going to be doing is taking that same company and making it into a business card design. So you're going to take the logo from your sketchbook and you're going to include it in your business card sketch. Now, those of you that are advanced students that did a logo for yourself as a creative talent for Studio 117, this is the logo that went on in your portfolio. It went on your resume, and now it will go on your business card. So I understand that a lot of you guys probably don't have access to your digital files. If you do, that's good. If not, hopefully you have it sketched out somewhere in a sketchbook, as that was a required material for the class. Now, if you don't have any of that, just kind of wing it. Try to go on what it looked like beforehand. And if you are, by some chance, one of the few students that showed up in the middle of the year and you showed up to my class after those projects had already ended, and you do not have a logo that you created for yourself, and you didn't conceptualize a company, feel free to conceptualize one for this project. So if that applies to you, you should probably hit me up on Remind or on Google Classroom so I can give you a little bit more information. All right, so moving on. Here are some examples of some business cards that I designed just recently. The thing I want to point out about this is that there were some crazy concepts that I did for this company. They sell sand. It's not that exciting. They've been around a long time, since the 40s, and so they wanted to adhere to some traditional branding that they've used, like this triangle. So we ended up trying some different approaches. This is the second round right here, and then this is ultimately what we did at the very end, and I think it was like version 10 of these business cards. Went round and round. We had some really cool concepts here, with like a brushed metal thing for the background, different background colors. We had one that had some stripes in there, and it was pretty cool. Maybe a gray front, light white is what they ended up going with, because they wanted to be able to write notes on the card, as most of the clients for this company were kind of older people. They might want to jot down another name or a phone number or something here. So this is what ended up getting printed. Now, as far as what has to be on this card, you guys are going to be doing two-sided business cards. So you're going to have to sketch out 2 different sides. We'll take a look at some sketches here in a minute. But this is what I would call the front of the card, because it's got the person's name, it's got their title, it's got the office phone number, it's got an address, and it's got an email address. This is commonly known as contact information. There's also a website here. Now, the back of the card is usually used for just branding, not information per se. So this one's just a simple red background, and it's got the full logo here, the full vertical logo. If you have a vertical and a horizontal logo, like you should, because you made it a 2-part logo, you are free to use one orientation on one side and the other one on the other side. Like, perhaps the horizontal logo might have been nice down here in the bottom corner, but ultimately this is what they decided on. So here's another example. Two examples actually of business cards that I designed this year for clients. Both two-sided cards. You see they have the back of the card has got the branding on it. So this case it was something lightly ghosted here and just the website. They got the full logo on the front. There are horizontal versions of both of these logos, but you can see that since they're separated, the icon and the logo type, that they are able to be used together or separately. And the combined graphic does appear on the front and or back of all of these cards. So these are just some more examples. Here are some examples of sketches. Oh yeah, let me say this real quick. Feel free to include some icons. If you want like a little phone icon, the mail icon, a little pin icon from like a GPS app, background images. Everybody's card is going to have a background image or a solid color, and you're going to have to call that out. Now, the way that you would call it out in a sketch might be something similar to what you see here. And I'm going to provide you a PDF of these slides, so you'll have these that you can zoom in on. But like right here, it says that it's white text on a color. Maybe I can't even read that. Oh, scalloped edges. You can see over here that this one has got some call outs here, like where the telephone number might be or what the background, there might be a background behind there, and it's kind of quickly sketched out. This one has a lot more, what I would say, call outs, little arrows and things like that, little notes. So the more that you can make yours look like this, that would be cool. Don't do this. Do not just scribble in gibberish, scribbles. Don't put title. I want you to actually come up with a title. And I want you to actually write out all of this information. So take a look at these samples. They'll be included. I want all of the contact information on the card to be legible. Feel free, just like we've done in the past, to go to dafont.com and find some fonts that you think look cool. And if you want to use a specialty font for the name of the person, feel free to do that. You can type in that information in the preview setting or the preview field for dafont.com, and it will show you what that text looks like in that specific typeface. And you can do that without having to download fonts or actually use the fonts. So you should be able to do this on a phone. Ultimately, you're going to draw your sketches on a piece of sketchbook paper, and you're going to take a picture of it, and you're going to turn it in to me through Google Classroom. Don't email it to me. Don't try to send it to me on Remind. Just make sure that you locate the plus sign or the add button or some sort of button that has a plus sign and the word add or something on it. Wherever it is that you've been turning in your work, that's where I need it so that it gets where it needs to be for me to grade it. Now, let's take a look here at the assignment itself. It's got this usual stuff, intro paragraph, right? You're going to be required to submit a sketch for your business card design, and it's got to be a two-sided business card. Your business card, hold on, let me back up here. Part one is, watch this video that you're watching right now. This is what it'll be titled. It'll be on the YouTube channel. There'll be a link here, all right? It's also going to be at the bottom of this right here. There'll be a link to this video where I'll upload it. So, second thing that you need to do, you've got to refer to your logo sketches in your sketchbook or review any digital files you might have, and then you're going to sketch a two-sided business card similar to what I just showed you. Do not be confused by the fact that these examples have multiple cards on one page. I don't want you to do tons of sketches. All I want is one sketch, a front of the card and the back of the card. That's it. I don't want 6 up like this. I don't want, whatever this is, 7, 8, 10 up right here. I don't want all that. I just want one front and one back, similar to what you see right here, or similar to what you see right here. All right. Don't make this more complicated than it has to be. Just make sure that you do include everything that I've asked you to include, which is listed right here, okay? It has to include all the key components, all right? It must include the following right here. It's got to have the icon on the logo, right? It's got to have the logo type from the logo. So it's got to have the graphic and the text. I don't care if it's used vertically, horizontally, or both, but it's got to be on there. It's got to have the first and last name of the person who the card belongs to. That's probably going to be your name. If you're creating a company for yourself, stands to reason it would be your name on there. Come up with a job title. It's either owner, designer, CEO, chief creative officer, whatever you want to call it, graphic wizard, whatever your title is. Put a title on there. If you look at how they're treated on this sample page, everybody's got a title, right? Founding principal, that's this lawyer's title. This guy is president and chief executive officer. We got board president and CEO. Okay, so this is the stuff that has to be on there. You got to have the person's name and title. You've also got to have their contact info. I want you to have all of these: mailing address, email address, phone number, and a website address. It needs to have a background image or some sort of call out for a solid background color. And you got to specify the color or the content. And you got to have 2 fully developed sketches of both the front and the back of the card design. These 10 required elements are worth 10 points each. There'll be a 10-point deduction for everything that your card sketch does not have. All right. In regard to making stuff up, it's got to appear real. It must appear real. All right. So please make it look real. If you do some of this joke stuff, I'm going to take off points. I'm not going to accept it. Like if you have an email address that says jlamar@carolbaskinisaKiller.com instead of, having your actual like auto detailing business name, JB's Auto Detail as the URL, then you're not taking it serious, and I'm not going to accept it. So same goes right down here when you make up the website. None of you guys are going to have a website that exists, so you are going to have to probably make that up. All right, make up the URL. That's the last part of the email address. So they're going to be kind of tied hand in hand. It says it right here that if I had a company called Pipe Masters Plumbing, I'm going to make a website and use it on my card, and it's likely going to be www.pipemasters.com or pipemastersplumbing.com or pmp.com, or on the email address, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be my name at one of those URLs. All right, so please make it look real. Use real numbers. Don't use fake phone numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If your stuff looks fake, I'm not going to take it. All right, same with addresses: 1, 2, 3, 4 anywhere street. Just not going to accept it. So please make sure that you take care of this. Get it turned in. As always, you're going to get 2 grades, daily grade for doing the stuff and logging in and reviewing all my materials. And then you're going to get a test grade derived from your business card sketch. Make sure it includes all 10 items, and you get 100. I'm not so much concerned about how creative it is or how great it looks or how wonderful your drawing is. I care that you actually did it and you tried your best. All right. If you have any questions, hit me up. Let me know what kind of issues you're having. I'm still getting people that are saying, I can't do this. I don't have a phone or I don't have a computer. The district has provided Chromebooks, and they've been providing them for about a month now. And most of this stuff can be done on any device. So there's not really much room left for excuses. If you are having a legitimate issue, please state the specific issue. Feel free to send me screenshots of what you might be seeing, so that I can better assist you and help troubleshoot the issues that you're having. All right, have a great week. Stay safe, and I will see you guys next week. Adios.